Hey everybody, it's Audra, and I want to thank you for joining me for Bedtime Yoga and guided relaxation. This practice would be great if you just need to chill out or rest up on a slow afternoon, or maybe to put yourself to bed, which I highly encourage. We'll start out with about 20 minutes of yoga and movement, and then follow that with a guided relaxation. This is designed to be done either on the mat, on the floor with a chair, or from the comfort of your bed, which I highly encourage, especially if you're going to just roll over and go to sleep. So this might be a great practice if you've been a little stressed lately, anxious, or just in a heightened state of alertness, maybe taking in a lot of information, a lot of media lately. So I'm really missing seeing people in person for yoga, and I hope you enjoy this practice, and I hope to see you all very soon. Take care. So just take a moment to gather what you need for our practice, whatever props or comfortable clothing, and we'll get started. Let's begin our practice by finding a comfortable seat, either in your chair or on the side of the bed. Take a moment to settle your feet flat onto the floor and to stack your spine nice and tall over your hips. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just let that exhalation settle you even deeper through the soles of your feet and the contact of your hips. Feeling your spine stacked tall with your inhalation, and starting to add some gentle movement, first with the toes, wiggling your toes and point flexing your feet. Maybe taking your feet side to side, up and down, and then slow motion extending, marching the feet out, lifting and lowering one foot at a time as if you're slow motion walking. Taking that movement a little higher into the hips, and now dipping the knees side to side. Before restacking again, notice if you can sink slightly more into your breath here. Begin to be aware of fluctuating thoughts. As you add movement here with some gentle neck rolls, notice if you can fully focus on that movement, allowing thoughts to come and go, matching breath to movement, and also sinking into your hips and through the soles of your feet. Slowly drawing yourself back to center, either with a soft gaze or closed eyes. And again, checking in. Imagine scanning through your whole body now. Bringing your fingertips behind your head, we'll take a big breath in and draw the elbows open wide before curling the elbows in. Breathing and arcing the spine, the chest open in one direction, and then exhaling the elbows forward and the chin to chest. Keep going back and forth at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to match my pace. Focus on breath to movement, and just letting thoughts come and go. Taking one more big breath in and open, and releasing. Let's inhale that left arm back behind you, finding a nice tall spine, and ringing out from center. We'll keep lengthening up as we rotate from our midsection, and just invite the turning of your head back and forth. Finding that nice tall spine as you find that gentle movement of the chin from side to side, looking out over each shoulder and eventually back to center before switching sides. Lengthening and then adding that gentle rotation, turning the chin one direction and the other as you lengthen and ring out from center. Slowly make that transition on your next breath. The chest and chin back to center. We'll step our feet a little wider here. And just find a little bit of movement. Again, that arcing of the spine back and forth. Imagine a seated cat and cow. And we'll alternate pointing one hip toward the opposite knee, shifting the hips almost as if you're going to slide a piece of paper out from underneath them. It might be a very subtle movement as you lift through one side and point that hip forward toward the opposite knee. Feel free to let the rest of your spine, your neck be fluid here, just shifting your gaze in whatever direction feels comfortable before settling back to a tall spine. Lengthening out over and finding a forward fold. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free to allow your head to shift gently from side to side, just letting gravity take hold as you shake gently or nod your head. And with an inhale, we'll begin to lift up and lengthen to slowly unhinge back up in a supported way. Let's come down to the mat. Here you might simply be transitioning into an all fours position on your bed, or you can do these same postures from your back. Go ahead and find a lying down, belly down position with your pillow diagonally across the shoulder, chest, and cheek, looking in the opposite direction of your raised elbow. You should feel supported through your neck, and you can adjust the pillow to whatever position supports your shoulder, finding some opening through your left shoulder, but is also comfortable for your neck. So please use your props and be wise. Finding that position you can settle into, and just letting your props have your body here, sinking in again with each exhalation, allowing your body to settle. And let's take another deep breath here before slowly beginning to rise, transitioning for our other side. If at any point you'd like to pause our video and spend a little more time in any posture, please feel free. We'll just be aligning our props into a position to support our other side, that right arm reaching out to the side, supporting our chest and neck. And as you take a deep breath and settle, notice if there's anywhere you haven't quite relaxed. If you're still propping your chest away from your pillow, or maybe tensing through your face, the hinge of the jaw, or the base of the tongue. And with your next breath, try to sink in just slightly more into the pillow. Taking another deep breath here. And we'll begin that slow transition back to an all fours position, settling back into a child's pose. So again, as child's pose is not available to you, you'll transition onto your back, tucking your knees in toward your chest. In either position, just finding a supported way to curl in and soften. If you're in child's pose, please take a moment to make sure that you support your forehead, either with your stacked palms, a pillow, or another prop that you have handy. And again, notice where you can settle, where you can relax and release just slightly more. Through the shoulders, your hips, or maybe even your hands and toes. Be aware of the passage of thoughts, distractions, and as we transition, maintaining a sense of the breath, we'll find our way onto our back, nice and gently. Just take a moment to settle. If you need a pillow behind your head, that's an option. We'll take the right ankle across the knee. Begin with some gentle movement while keeping our spine aligned. Try to keep the spine from moving as you wave your knee back and forth, matching breath to movement. Notice if your hips are rocking here as you move. And try to breathe stillness into your hips and your torso. Adding a gentle press with the knee open each time. And eventually extending that left leg out and just letting the right knee drape open. Here you might decide to situate your pillow under your right knee for a little bit of support. Feel free to add a support wherever it's needed to make you slightly more comfortable. Find yourself in a position here that you can fully relax and release, especially through your belly. Notice if you can breathe deep into the belly, allowing your belly to expand. And we'll begin that mindful transition, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Keeping that spine nice and in line as we add movement, pressing the left knee open and waving it toward midline. Again, matching breath to movement. Repeating that movement just one more time. Before allowing that right leg to extend and the left knee to settle open, you may also just have your left foot along the inside of your right leg, like a number 4 shape. Again, adding whatever props that you need to be even a little bit more comfortable. Give yourself wholly to your breath here. Again, allowing for that expansion and contraction of the belly. And you might even decide to rest your palms in here, giving yourself something to breathe into. Breathing, filling, breathing, sinking. Begin to slowly unwind, drawing those knees back to center. And we'll find a rotated posture, checking in with your back here and aligning your pillow for support. As we drape your knees over to the right, maybe have the option to rotate through the neck and turn and look left. Keeping that spine stacked and in line, imagine rotating on your spine like a spindle. And again, adding whatever props are needed here to be even just a little bit more comfortable. With your next exhalation, notice if you can give yourself even just a little more fully to this posture. Letting gravity draw you in. And with the next breath, beginning that slow, mindful transition back to center, and rearranging your props for support on the opposite side. Arms up and out to the side as you rotate through, keeping your shoulder blades connected, feeling that foundation through your shoulder blades. And again, that nice straight spine, rotating on your spine like a spindle. Feeling those curves twisting in your posture through the spine, through the body. And noticing where you can release resistance even just slightly more. And on your next inhalation, again beginning that slow transition back to center. We took our knees in toward our chest here. Just finding some gentle movement from your back. This might be circling through your lower back and sacrum, tipping the knees side to side or tucking them in toward you and dipping away. If you're circling, please make sure to circle in the opposite direction, making equally attentive circles in both directions. We'll arrange our pillow lengthwise so that as you make a diamond shape or a supine bound angle, both knees are supported by the length of your pillow. Don't worry about how close your ankles are to your hips here. We want a nice easeful position. So as you breathe into the belly again, we're allowing the hips, the inner thighs to release and relax. Gather a sense of your midline, starting with the inner arches, the soles of your feet, connecting through the inside of the legs, your pelvic floor, and the lower belly. With each breath, a sense of releasing and of sinking in slightly deeper. Feel free to stay here or begin that mindful transition into our final posture. Again, in transition, keeping that sense of the breath and transitioning into a legs up posture. Depending on where you are, this might be legs up the chair, legs up the wall, legs up the headboard, or just propping pillows underneath your feet. Again, feel free to pause here and stay in this posture as long as you'd like. Notice if you can tuck your shoulder blades slightly more underneath you, drawing the shoulder blades back and broad against whatever surface you find yourself on. Sink in to the space between your breath. Allow your thigh bones to sink in to the hips. Each breath, lifting, sinking. And just noticing the passage of thoughts. Let them come, and then let them go. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, or begin to transition for our final relaxation, Shavasana, or bedtime. If it's available to you, making your way into a position on your back. A pillow under your head, and maybe even another pillow under your knees, putting your hips slightly more at rest. Add warmth Shift your body and even take a moment to get out any last little wiggles, feet, hands, hips, and shoulders, and allow your body to just settle. Big breath in, big breath out. Taking a moment to make your body feel slightly more even. Legs even, shoulder blades even under your back. And feeling that rise and fall of the belly, maybe even pressing your hands or resting your hands on the belly to feel that expansion, contraction. Breathing, lifting, breathing, sinking, sinking. Sink into the present moment. Affirm to your body, your breath, your mind, that you are reserving the next space, the next moment for deep rest. Feel the sensations in your body, the connection, the weight of your body pressing whatever surface you find yourself. Each breath sinking you deeper into that surface, knowing that wherever you are completely supported. Feel your breath in and out, uncontrolled, unrestricted, knowing that each life-giving breath is happening without your permission, without your effort. Each life-giving breath coming simply by allowing ourselves to be breathed. Each breath an opportunity. Give ourselves more fully to our intention of deeply resting. Each exhalation, the feeling of sinking in to that supported place. Be aware of the passage of thoughts, opinions, judgments, memories, anxieties, and fears. Each one an integral part of our being. See your thoughts without shame or judgment. Greet each passing thought as you would a visitor and acquaintance. We don't have to give ourselves to these thoughts. Let them come and let them go. Each breath sinking deeper into support. Be aware of the senses, your body, your veiled sight, the darkness behind still eyelids. be the space around your eyes, as if bathing your eyes in rest, in darkness. Feeling the sense of the breath slide in and out, the mouth and nose taste and smell. Aware as if each breath, life-giving, has a quality, a texture. Appreciating each breath. The space of it. The fullness. And the deep release of breath sliding in and out. Being aware of any distractions heard. Just appreciating the soundtrack of our existence without judgment, allowing sounds to occur around us, but without detracting from that awareness. Sinking in to deeper exploration beyond sound. Gathering your sense of feeling to the midpoint of your brow. Feel the space between your eyes on the middle of your brow. Sinking into that space. Seeing, not needing to see. And with your breath, allow that awareness to spread. Feeling the surface of your body, the cells of your skin, each pore and hair, each flaw and perfection that envelops our bodies. Spreading your sensory awareness over the entire surface of your skin. Arms, back of the arms, front of the arms, palms. Each finger creases, knowing each space along the surface of your skin, knowing and not needing to see. Feeling your legs, your feet, the pads and creases along your feet, the skin enveloping the tissues and bones through your legs. Torso and your back, spreading your sense and awareness across your back, along the spine. This sheath that is our skin. Feeling the air, the fibers, and the other skin in contact. Feeling the skin along the front of your torso, your neck, enveloping your neck, the skin around your neck and shoulders with your breath and awareness. The skin around your face and the muscles sheathed underneath, smoothing with the passage of each breath. Each breath heavy, supported. You are supported. You are full of life and breath and deep, deep rest.